So abortion rights winning big in Ohio after voters overwhelmingly rejected Issue 1, which would have raised the threshold to change Ohio's state's constitution from a simple majority to 60% supermajority. That defeat marks a critical setback for Ohio conservatives now seeking tougher abortion restrictions, and they'll now have to defend those policies on the ballot in November. ABC News' Alex Perche has been speaking with Ohio voters since this all took place. Joins me now with more from Columbus. So, Alex, you know, the people of Ohio, they turned out. They made their voices heard. How did Ohio, now a red state, vote so strongly, I guess, in favor of abortion rights? I mean, they showed up to the polls. What, you were there at 6:30 in the morning?
That's right, Kira. Yeah, 6:30 in the morning all the way to 7:30. We were at that polling location and saw a steady stream throughout the day. But I think this also just kind of highlights that abortion isn't one of those issues, excuse me, that necessarily cuts along party lines. We had exit polling, ABC exit polling from the last year's midterm election that showed that 58% of respondents believe that abortion should be legal in some way here. And you look at how Issue 1 was defeated yesterday, it's around the same percentage, right? 57 voting no on Issue 1. And I think also something that many Ohioans kind of grappled with was the way in which this special election came about, right? It was hastily, right? It was decided back in May, and this was after the Republican-controlled state legislatures decided that special elections shouldn't be had, and then they reversed course and had this, trying to rush it to the ballot ahead of this November, a vote on basically codifying abortion rights here in the state. A lot of people had a hard time getting on board with that.
So while both polling and history hinted that this proposal would fail, this is still extremely significant for Ohio. What are you hearing from voters and just the impact that it's going to have?
Well, I think, so big picture here, yes, abortion will be on the ballot this November, and that's certainly something that was a driver to the polls for many people. But there is a wider implication down the road. But I want you to take a listen to one of the voters that we talked to yesterday, just as to why yesterday was so important to get out and vote.
I'm curious, why was it important for the two of you to be out here today?
I think it's a very frightening power grab by the Republicans. Well, it seems as if they're willing to do anything to take away rights from women.
And Kira, so again, a lot of people had an issue with how this came together, but big picture, this could possibly have impacted redistricting and also minimum wage debate that's supposed to make its way through the legislature later on.
So this Republican-backed measure, it was fast-tracked 3 months before a key vote on whether to enshrine abortion rights in Ohio. So what happens now?
Well, so now we're going to continue to see a lot of the same ads leading up to that Issue 1 vote. Listen, they're going to be playing throughout up until November. There will be an election in November where Ohioans will be able to decide whether or not they have a constitutional right to an abortion. And so certainly, you know, the temperature is not going to be turned down in this state. But I think, you know, for Democrats, they're going to be trying to build on this momentum. You had 57% come out and say that, look, you know, this Issue 1 is something, and a lot of them were motivated by the abortion issue. This Issue 1 is something that we don't want. Well, let's take it all the way in November.
All right. Well, we'll be covering everything all the way to November and past November. Alex Perche there in Columbus for us. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.